That's it. That's it. Come on back.
I've had some good days.
That's all right.
I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days.
That's it. Yes.
And some sleepless nights.
Yes.
But when I look around,
Yes.
and I think things over.
All right.
All of my good days.
Yes, sir.
They always outweigh my bad days.
Yes.
And I won't complain because God has been so good to me. He's been so good to me. More than you or this whole world could ever be. He's been so good to me. He dried all my tears away. And he turns my midnight into today. So we can all say thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I won't complain.
Good, Neil.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
Breathe. You know, I was looking at when I came in, our theme over there. I didn't know it was our theme until we got here. It says, we come this far by faith.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
We come this far
This one.
by faith.
Amen.
And you know, sometimes when we look at this world,
Amen.
All right.
and the fact that I work at a middle school,
Amen.
and see what's going on very clearly, more than some in our generation. It really gets kind of scary sometimes.
Yeah.
But then as I thought about it, I was listening to something on TV, and the lady was talking about how her husband had cancer and had gotten down to 103 pounds, and then she heard a word from the Lord several months before, but when she looked at her husband and where he had gotten down to, she said, well, Lord, I thought I heard you clearly. I knew it was your voice. And she went to the chalkboard and wrote, we will survive.
That's right. All right.
Because we trust in God.
Amen.
So I want to say and encourage the family today, we will survive. No matter how bad this old world gets, we will survive.
Amen.
Because we trust
Amen. Amen.
in God. That same faith that brought us this far
Yes, sir.
is the same faith
Yes, sir.
that's going to take us on.
Amen.
You hear how Margaret was up here singing in the spirit and playing, and my daughter was playing, and God is raising up
Amen.
others. Some of these young people were sitting in here yesterday probably thinking, oh Lord, listen at them up there with them old songs, and they probably had more talent bubbling down inside of them than we could even begin to have.
That's right.
Because I don't consider myself, I'm not a singer, but I love me some good singing. And I'm good at pushing and stirring up and encouraging others, and then I love to just stand and bathe
Yes, sir.
in the glory of God.
Yeah.
That's what I love to do.
All right.
Amen. And I just thank the Lord, in 2 or 3 more years, there's probably many others in here, but my grandbaby gonna be
Amen.
taking that place.
That's right, sister.
Because God has given him a gift.
Yes, sir.
He's a master on the drums.
Yes, he is.
Any band, I don't care how good they are, or they can show up and don't have a drummer, and all they got to do is just set him on the stool.
Amen.
Amen. And if they have time to direct him, kind of tell him what he wants, but even if they don't, he can fill in every gap and it'll be appropriate. That's how good he is.
Wow.
That's right.
And the Lord is blessing him, and he's working on the keyboard, and he can pretty much probably play for a choir now. Amen. And he plays the bass, and I know there's many others. I heard Gerald bragging on his daughters. Keep on doing it, baby, because that's blessing your children. The Lord said, bless them, don't curse them, bless them. You can just see the love oozing as he was talking about. Keep up the good work. I'm not going to be long. Our scripture today is going to come from Hebrews, the 10th chapter, starting at the 22nd verse. 22nd and 23rd, our key verse, and then we'll go through verse 25. Hebrews 10 and 22.
All right.
Says, let us. That's already sounding good. Let us. God said in the beginning, let us. Let us draw near with a true heart, in full assurance of faith.
Yes.
Having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience, and our bodies washed with pure water.
All right.
Let us hold fast the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. Verse 24 said, let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works. That's right. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
All right.
As in the manner of saying of some, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching.
All right.
For our subject today, we're going to talk about family ties.
All right. All right.
Family ties. This is a message, and it is one of the most encouraging texts in the Bible.
Amen.
Telling us to draw near. Because the word said in James, when we now draw near to God, he will draw near to us. It is a text that is preceded by great news. In the verses preceding, it's funny how God, he has a way of tying everything together. Though we hadn't talked with one another, we hadn't consulted with one another, I heard my cousin here say, we got to forgive one another.
Amen.
In verse 17 preceding, it said that sins and lawless deeds,
All right.
God said, I will remember no more. That's what the forgiveness of God will do for us. And when the disciples didn't, they said, Lord, teach us how to pray.
All right now.
The Lord gave them an example, and he said in the prayer, forgive us our debts.
Yes, he did. Yes,
as we forgive our
debtors. Yes, sir.
And then he told us, Father in Matthew, that if you want to be forgiven by Jesus Christ, you got to forgive others. Forgiveness is so important. And then Jesus told us, as I forgive you, he said, I'll cast them as far as the east from the west. And to seal forgiveness, never to rise against us no more. Now, if Jesus, the creator of the universe, Margaret sung, all power, he has it in control. If he can do all of that for a wretch like us, surely we can forgive one another. And then in verse 19 preceding it, it said, the blood of Christ is sufficient. He said boldness to enter the Holy of Holies. After Jesus came and died for us, he tore the veil of the temple from top to bottom, and now we can enter in with confidence and with boldness, not because of what we have done, because we have lived so good, but because he is God.
That's right.
we can enter in. Good news. Verse 21 says Christ is our great high priest. Amen. This is our focus, the text for the family of God. Let us draw near.
Yeah.
And then I heard him talking about, he mentioned relation.
Come on.
Amen. This speaks of fellowship in the body of Christ. When you think about that word related, see, most of us in this room, we are related by blood. And those that are not related by blood, we are related in the body of Christ. And even if you have not entered in, you are still related just by the mere fact that you were created by God.
Amen.
When you are related, it means you are belonging to the same family group or some type of connection. That's why we call it a relationship. A relationship. Sharing a common bond.
All right.
The scripture told us to draw near. It is the same word that is rendered come in the Hebrew. Hebrews 4:16 says, let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time it is needed. Sister Linda talked about his grace in the time that they needed him. Johnny shared a testimony with me yesterday. I won't try to tell it because that's his testimony. Amen. But he was talking about the grace and the mercy of God and how he had kept him. And because of how God kept him, he says, now I know how to live content. Sounding like the Apostle Paul. In whatever state I'm in, if I have 25 cents, I know how to survive and be content. Everybody don't know how to be content when they can't see their way. Come is the same Greek word translated as draw near, to come in. This command strongly contrasts with God's command at the Mount Sinai when he said, do not come up to the mountain. Don't even touch the base of it. But because of what Jesus has done for us, because of his priestly work, believers can draw near. We can approach God's presence. We can come boldly, the same word that is rendered confidence. In 10 and 19, we can come fearlessness. We can come with courage. Amen. Not because we have lived so well, but because he is God. Because of who he is. He is a throne of grace. He is faithful. He is at the right hand of God. Thank you, Jesus. And he is interceding for us. We should have fellowship with one another because God is a God of fellowship. He is the beginning and he is the end. Genesis 1:26, let us make man in our own image, according to our likeness. It is a law which is a shadow of what was to come. What are you talking about? Well, when Jesus first came and said, let us make man, I believe they already told you what happened to Adam and Eve in the garden when they fall short and disobeyed God. And the Lord looked down on his people. See, that's my gift. I have the gift of compassion. I have the gift of mercy. So I have to watch myself. I have to pray and ask God to cover me. Because sometimes when you have the gift of mercy, when you have the gift of compassion, people see that in you and they will try to use you. But I thank God that God has my back. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And then the Lord gave Moses the 10 Commandments. But the 10 Commandments was not good enough. God knew it when he gave it to Moses. And we were not able to keep it. But because he was God, he had to find a way to show us. And that's all the commandments do. It shows us our sin and how far we fall from grace. But thank you, Jesus. We have a high priest priest. Hallelujah. And because of the high priest, we can have hope with heavenly anticipation.
All right.
We can draw together in the same assurance of verse 22. We in this life, we buy insurance, but we have something that's better than insurance. Because sometimes with your insurance, you will go to the office thinking that you got coverage, and they'll tell you, I'm sorry, but that is not covered in your policy. You should have read the fine print, but we have blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. Amen. What a good word, that word assurance. A word that removes all doubt. A word that eliminates uncertainty. The Lord wants us to have full assurance. We are held together in the same hope. Let us hold fast to the profession of our faith. Hallelujah. Don't have much more to go. I remember my mother telling her testimony. She had got upset and she said, I'll tell you what, they done treated me so bad. She was sweeping the floor with tears in her eyes. She said, I'm not going to preach no more. But she said she heard the voice of Jesus Christ when he said, you better hold fast to your crown. Let no man take your crown. And see, when the Lord called me to preach, I didn't quickly and easily go because I had saw my mother cry too many tears. I had saw her being mistreated, and I did not want to go. But once I got convinced, I told Jesus, I don't care what they say. Some say a woman ain't got no business preaching, but as the songwriter said, you were not there. You were not there when Jesus called my name. Hallelujah. So I told the Lord, and I told the people, with my dying breath, I'm going to preach the gospel. I love to try to sing, but that is not my gift. My gift is telling people about the word of Jesus Christ, giving them hope that Jesus is alive, and he died. I said he died. Thank you, Jesus. I have much more to go. I'm going to hurry on. We can have unwavering confidence based upon the finished work of our Jesus Christ. We can rest in his resurrection, looking forward to his return. Sins are forgiven, and heaven is sure. We are working together in the same love of Jesus Christ. And then the verse said, let us consider one another. Consider one another. When you consider one another, you have a responsibility to know that person. Husbands, you have a responsibility to know your wife. Wives, you have a responsibility to know your husband. Fathers, you have a responsibility to know your children. All your children are not the same. Some of them are real sensitive, and some of them have a spirit of boldness. But whatever those children personality is, it is your responsibility. If they are weak, oh yeah, Lord Jesus, if they have more of a sensitive spirit, you are to handle them with gentle and soft hands. And then if you have those bold with confidence, whatever it is, you are to instruct them and bring them up in the admonition of the Lord. But sometimes what we'll do, we know our wife, and instead of taking care of her and treating her gently and not doing that because you know her, sometimes we know what cause the upset and contention in the what that word is, y'all know what I'm talking about. Separation. I'll just use that. We'll do what we know gonna stir up her emotions because we want to get it stirred up, just like she was saying. She walked and got madder as she went. Sometimes that's the way we'll do. But the Lord said, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. You are called to consider one another. You are called to love one another. Love is patient and love is kind. Love is not rude and it does not boast. Love does not lift itself up, but love lifts up others. Love lifted me out of the bottomless pit of sin and shame. Love lifted me. Hallelujah. Let us note the sequence in 1 Corinthians. Faith, hope, and love. Love is considerate of other people. Love, consideration, and it provokes more love. When you love and give love, it just provokes more love. Love, consideration, it provokes good works. How love affects any congregation. How love affects any family. They received the word gladly in the book of Acts 2 and 41 through 46. They received the word gladly and they were baptized. They continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, breaking bread together in all kind of prayers. We meet together every 2 years now. I know you meet every week at your own church, but every 2 years we look forward with anticipation, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves, the importance of believers gathering for worship. We almost at the conclusion. We need one another. We need to meet, to exhort, to encourage one another. We find comfort in our Lord's return. Some will neglect the gathering as Christ's coming approaches. But brother, we neglected or not, God is faithful. And Christ is coming. And Christ will return. Christ's return should make us eager, the more eager as we see the day approaching, to gather ourselves together. And in my conclusion, it's in the form of a question. What will you do to strengthen the family? What will you do to strengthen your individual family? And then what will you do when we come together to strengthen the family? Oh, the family functions best when each one is faithful. The family functions best when each one is doing their part. I'm reminded right now of the 4 men that carried the man on the cot, trying to get him to Jesus. They all 4, they were faithful. They said, we can't get in because the crowd is too thick. We can't get through the front door. So they said, we got to figure out another way. So they climbed on the rooftop. It took some effort, y'all, because the Bible said they tore off the roof. We got to tear off some of these weights that's so easy to beset us if we want to get to Jesus. And the thing about it is, we can't do it by ourselves. But all you got to do is draw near and then come in. Jesus, He is the door. Jesus, He is the way. Jesus, He is the good shepherd. Jesus, Emmanuel. My daddy used to say, he's like a horse pulling in the valley. Aunt Ruby sung a song, I don't know what Jesus is to you, but then she go naming all that stuff, but he's all of that to me. Daddy said he was like a lily in the valley, and then he said he's like a horse just pouring in the valley. Thank you, Jesus. I love the Lord, and He heard my cry and pitied every groan, and enduring long as I live and trouble rise, I gotta hasten to His throne. There's That's the way it is with Jesus. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good.